I've made a habit of shit-talking teams to the promised land, so when the Yankees go on a 25-game win streak after this video and shatter the record, I expect something from every Yankees fan who watches this video. Nothing crazy, just 500,000 billion trillion dollars. Okay, thank you. If you're part of the 70% of viewers not subscribed yet, come aboard and join the wonderful people who are subscribed to the channel, as a lot of people, mostly being Yankees fans, have been comparing this season to 2022. And yeah, I mean, the similarities are uncanny. The team started off better than anyone, seemingly unstoppable. Aaron Judge is in the midst of not just an MVP season, but a historic season, and now the team is starting to seemingly fall apart. Personally, I just feel like it's too early to deem this 2022 all over again. Yeah, it's on track to that for sure, but I'm not going to give up on this Yankees team yet. But yeah, there's definitely reason to be concerned, to the point where it gets kind of scary, and you gotta think if the Yankees are almost lucky to be in the spot they're currently at to even begin with. Looking back at the first 2+ months of the Yankees' 2024 season, everything was borderline perfect. Like, it couldn't have been any better. The team as a whole was 26 games over 500 and 4.5 games ahead of the Orioles, who are the AL East favorite and for damn good reason. But to start with things that were unexpectedly elite, the rotation. Everyone in the Yankees rotation was not just good, but great, and this is with Garrett Cole not being a part of it. Nestor Cortez was great, Carlos Rodon was great, Marcus Stroman, great, Luis Gil, the rookie, amazing, Clark Schmidt, awesome. I mean, things really were perfect, but regression was always inevitable, and that's exactly what's been happening. The Yankees had been rolling per usual as they had been the whole season so far, taking the first 3 games of a series against a good Royals team, and were on the verge of getting the 4-game sweep in Kansas City to continue rolling along, 1 out away, until Miguel Garcia hit a 2-out, 2-run double to walk the game off. Pretty heartbreaking stuff, but hey, you of course still took the series and you move on. On to Fenway Park to take on the Red Sox, and things just went exactly as expected for the first place Yankees. But even better, not only did they wipe the floor clean and roll on to an 8-1 win in the series opener, but Alex Verdugo, the man who had been a Red Sox player for the last 4 seasons, playing in his first game against them since being traded, would open the game with a 2-run bomb to center field as he got booed. So the Yankees are rolling, Alex Verdugo is getting revenge on his former team while also having a good year, and the next day, the Yankees tweeted out "Good morning" with Verdugo holding a coffee in the dugout at Fenway. Everything is great. Psych! Well, just to start with Verdugo, since that first game in Boston and since this tweet, Alex Verdugo has been statistically one of the worst hitters in baseball. As for the Yankees as a team, they've been the worst in baseball. Some things never change, and that's Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. Those two are just godsends, beyond incredible, and there's absolutely nothing more they can do to be helping this lineup and team out. If Judge and Soto weren't in this Yankees lineup, here's an alternate reality on what the rest of the hitters would be doing right now.
How to make a McDonald's cheeseburger. Making the famous McDonald's cheeseburger is actually incredibly easy. All you need is a few simple ingredients.
Salt, black pepper, diced onion, ketchup, American mustard, pickles, ground beef.
Judge and Soto are both having MVP seasons. Judge is by far the frontrunner, but Soto isn't too far behind him. They're at the top of best hitters ever, not just right now, like ever. And then the entire rest of the Yankees lineup, all guys with below average offensive numbers. Every single one of them. Oh wait, no, there's one who's having an above average year, and he's hurt right now. This is legitimately the kind of thing you would see if you plucked Judge and Soto into some random AAA lineup that was just promoted to the majors and said let it ride. That's what's happening right now. So, recap time. Previously on the New York Yankees. So they end up losing the series to Boston after the promising start to that series, and a couple days later begin a series with the team right behind them in the division, the Orioles. And this game went really smooth for the most part. Nestor Cortez pitched well, the O's got a couple in the ninth, but that was it. World War III almost began after Aaron Judge getting hit in the hand, although thankfully his x-rays were good. So, okay, maybe the Yankees are back on track after all. Psych! The O's would take the next 2, squeaking out a clutch win in Game 2 and then just punching New York in the mouth for the finale, winning 17-5. In come the Braves. Chris Sale returns to the Bronx, now as a Brave, dominates. The Braves put Carlos Rodon to tears, going on to lose the next game but take the series. Here comes the Subway Series to then remind the Yankees offense, other than Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, what they would be doing without those two guys, with the Grimace Mets taking both games of the series. Garrett Cole is back, by the way. He didn't do so well in his first start against Baltimore, but that was just getting his feet wet again. Here's where things get real for him. If you mean giving up 4 home runs, walking 4 hitters, and failing to get a single strikeout in a game for just the second time in his entire career. And the only reason that first game was close, you guessed it, an Aaron Judge grand slam, and then another bomb the next game. A 2-run shot for Judge's 30th of the season as the Yankees went on to lose 12-2 to the Mets. Then over to Marcus Stroman's favorite country, Canada, where every game was a blowout either in favor of the Jays or the Yankees. Carlos Rodon started off the series by struggling more, giving up 8 runs on 10 hits, 2 being home runs by George Springer. Marcus Stroman then starts yelling about how much he loves Canada and hates America to Gleyber Torres in the middle of the game for some reason. Aaron Judge sits him down and talks to him about this and why America is better. The Yankees go on a steamroll at 16-5, finally waking up on offense just to then score 3 runs the next night and get blown out. And it's one of the only times I'm doing this in this video, but credit to the Yankees and credit to Garrett Cole as they'd win the series finale. Cole gets his first win of the season, Judge hits number 31, and just when you think the Yankees may be onto something, the 4th of July series happens. Aaron Judge hits a blast for number 32 as the Yankees go on to lose to the Reds 5-4. Luis Gil struggled again. Then in comes Carlos Rodon, a pitch much better than he had his last few starts. That's a very high bar, but he definitely pitched a lot better. Unfortunately, even these don't end well because Rodon was beyond pissed when Aaron Boone took him out of the game, a game in which the Yankees went on to lose. Then for July 4th, you have Aaron Boone taking his players off the field who are in the middle of a national anthem standoff, followed by the most anti-American player in baseball taking them out for the Yankees and giving up 3 home runs. Bad look for the organization. What's next? A communist flag being unveiled at Yankee Stadium? Juan Soto went on to hit a bomb, an electric 2-run shot as the Yankees lose to the Reds 8-4, getting swept. I mean, this team is the definition of 1 step forward, 2 steps back right now, or 1 step forward, 3 steps back. There are bits and pieces here and there when you think maybe the Yankees will start winning consistently again, only for them to do what they did against the Reds and just completely wet the bed. I mean, this play right here is a good summary of how the Yankees are going right now. Or this harmless little grounder to first that turns into anything but harmless. Or this sequence of events with Austin Wells getting smoked in the neck with a foul tip, taking a few seconds, gets back behind the dish just to then get smoked in the nuts on the very next pitch. Again, I'm not chalking this up as 2022 all over again just yet. Yankees fans are, but that's also understandable. I mean, nobody hates the Yankees and trashes them more than Yankees fans. No, but in all seriousness, I still think it's way too early to say this team is going to end up doing nothing special this year. Even if the offense is as dreadful as it continues to be, other than the 2 guys who are amazing, I do feel like there's a way they can win. But you also, of course, just cannot deny how abysmal their offense is other than Judge and Soto. I mean, it really doesn't get much worse than what it is right now with those other 7+ bats in the lineup. Do they all need to start hitting like MVPs? Obviously no, but they need to at least start being somewhat average if they want to even make the playoffs, let alone win the division, and avoid being first in line for being employed by the frickin' clown. And to win the division, that of course means beating out Baltimore, who are quite literally the polar opposites of the Yankees in terms of offense. Rather than having 2 abnormally good hitters and everyone else being bad, everyone in the Orioles lineup is having a good year other than a couple below average bats. And those below average bats could end up even becoming better, as a guy like Cedric Mullins has been better as of late after his slow start. The Orioles just have a really balanced lineup. The Yankees pitching was always bound to regress, so I actually look at the offense as more of what to be worried about if you're the Yankees. But that doesn't mean guys like Carlos Rodon and the most anti-American player in baseball should keep giving up home runs. I feel like it'd be better if they didn't do that. Things aren't nearly over yet, but when you look at the similarities that this team has to 2022, in some ways even being more extreme, there's a lot of reason to be worried about the fate of the 2024 Yankees. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.